Hello, Sagittarius. Well, third time's a charm. I have had so many technical difficulties today, but welcome to your October 2020 tarot reading. Um, this is from Ash to Air Tarot, and I'm happy to be back. I had to take a bit of a hiatus because I moved, and it was the first move I've had in over 20 years, so it was a lot. It was a big move. But I'm super happy to be back and able to do a reading for you this month, as this is my favorite month of the year. And my favorite holiday is coming up, Halloween, my favorite Sabbath, Samhain. And this particular one is going to be quite special. It's going to be the second full moon, culminating on the 31st on a Saturday night. And how unusual is that we have Halloween falling on a Saturday night with a full moon, a full hunter moon, and we've had another full moon earlier in the month, and then now we're approaching the new moon within a Mercury retrograde, which is going to last until November 3rd. So we've got a lot of intense energies flying around, and they're pretty. They can be harnessed, and I think this is a really ideal time to check in and see where you are, and what the rest of the month has in store for you. So I've attempted to do your reading twice already, and both times my camera just crapped out on me. So it's really interesting. I'm gonna, like I said, third time's a charm. We're gonna try this again, and see where it takes us. I don't know what it means. It may not mean anything except that, we're having the typical Mercury retrograde malfunction. But here we go. I have all of my Halloween themed decks out, or at least the majority of them, and we're going to start with the Halloween Oracle to get an overall idea of where you are this month. And it's really crazy because you got the exact same card for the third time. So this is my third time doing your reading. You got the same card. Black Cat, Fortune Meets Opportunity. There's also two other cards that popped out. Remembrance, the Lamp, and Lady de los Muertos, Acceptance and Equality. So, it seems like Spirit has a lot to say to you, and maybe the reason why I had to redo your reading a couple of times is because they're trying to hone what they have to say. I don't know. Let's read all of these. So, this card here, Lady de los Muertos, is all about acknowledging that death is a natural process that will enter everyone's life at some time, and that until then we can choose to be life affirming, and with that take away a lot of the fear of death. So they're encouraging you to take a light approach to a situation initially in order for it to work out for the better. So if you are holding on to something that doesn't serve you any longer, in particular maybe material things, it's asking you to let go. The Black Cat card, Fortune Meets Opportunity, is all about looking for the signs from Spirit when they're trying to communicate, and look for those serendipitous moments, because they're going to be plentiful for you in the next few weeks. The Lamp, Remembrance. So that card is all about reminding you that it's a positive thing to remember those who have passed by celebrating their life rather than mourning their death. There are valuable lessons even in remembering relationships that haven't been easy. So sometimes we learn more from, the people that we consider our nemesis than we do from our friends. And that darkness can illuminate our strengths. and our true values so that we can live more clearly and fully. So these are pretty intense images for you to kind of keep in mind, Sag. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let's start with the Crow Tarot and see what's going on with you guys, where you're coming from, leading into the second half of October 2020. Yeah, and some of the same cards are coming out again. So there's definitely really strong messages for you guys, and I guess I'm meant to get it right. So we've got the Five of Cups in reverse. So you're getting over a loss. There's definitely a loss, and you've got another five. You know, fives are typically in numerology they can be a challenging number. You know, they're five people are freedom-loving people. They don't like to sit still. So the five can be kind of a card of conflict or challenges. And this is the Five of Pentacles, which is a feeling of being lost and sort of, materially poor. It's like a feeling of impoverishment, and it can be spiritual poverty. So some of my Sag people, if this is resonating with you, you've gone through a difficult time. But remember, Lady de los Muertos is telling you that it's time to let go of that. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else the Crow Tarot wants to tell us, because I want to use all the decks that I have on the table. No, nothing else is coming out, and I'm being told to move on from this deck already. So let's move on to the Halloween Tarot. Can we have a clarification, please, of the present moment for my Sag? So we have the Queen of Bats in reverse. We have the Four of Ghosts. We have the King of Pumpkins. Okay, a couple of things are coming to me, and the High Priestess. So with the Queen of Bats in reverse, the Queen of Bats in this deck is the Queen of Swords. And I think what I'm getting from this is that in this past relationship, or this recent heartbreak or sadness that you're struggling with letting go of, there was a side to you that came out that perhaps is not something you're proud of, nor is it a side that you like to tap into. But you had to be very harsh and very cut and dry. And you had feelings of vindictiveness, and you were very upset, and you were very enraged. And I don't think you liked seeing yourself that way. But this situation put you in that frame of mind. It also got you to the place where you were just unable to see any good coming out of what you just went through. So when talking about lessons from the lamp, remembrance, you have not been able to tap into that yet. But there is a presence in your life, a male presence, I think. Or it could be a female presence. I mean, I don't want to make it gender specific, but there's definitely someone who is very solid and very reliable and very much your fan and in support of you in your life. But this period leading up to Halloween, Samhain, is going to be filled with messages for you, just like this card has said. So the advice is to be very in tune with yourself. Okay, to allow your intuition to don't shut down is what they're saying. Let's go to another deck here. This card is going to fall over if I'm not careful. Let's see. I can put it here. We're going to go to the Halloween Trick or Treat Tarot from Duck Soup and see if we cannot get a little bit more here. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Swords. So, Sag, this relationship did not allow for any kind of give and take. It was very one-sided. And you felt like you were drained, like they took more from you. You gave and they just kept taking. Yes, and it ultimately ended up in a tower moment, so a breakup. Also, this person might have taken something from you monetarily. I almost feel like this is also tied into a work situation or some sort of creative endeavor. It's possible that the romantic entanglement was also work related, and this person somehow, I'm getting a message that they took your idea, or they plagiarized something of yours, or they took credit for something that you made happen. Ooh. Okay. I'm only getting told to take this one card that came flying face up. Ace of Pentacles. Yes. So there was a creative endeavor, a new idea that some sort of idea that was supposed to be generated to make money, and it went awry. It did not come to fruition. Can I take these? I'm getting now. I feel pulled to see what the okay. So I can look at these. All right. So let's see if this tells a story. The Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, disappointment from a project that did not manifest. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, like fruit rotting on a tree is what I'm seeing. Like everything was in place. You got almost to the finish line with the creation of this endeavor, and then it just like stayed in a warehouse. It didn't work out. It didn't work out at all. King of Wands, somebody that you worked with was partially responsible for that. There was a disappointment that came from somebody who led you astray. And as a result, you needed to to get out, basically, to jump ship. You didn't want to stay around for more of the aftermath. I feel like you lost, you lost more than just a relationship here. You lost money somehow. I really have a feeling that you lost money. Yeah. Yeah, it was not a successful endeavor. It was completely uh, stunted, like stopped, paralyzed from moving forward. But there was a tremendous amount of you learned. I mean, you're not wanting to see this right now. I know that for a fact. You're not wanting to see this, but you have gained a degree of mastery because of this situation. You're going to come away having learned quite a lot from what happened here. Yeah, Two of Pentacles reversed. There's just a total disbalance, and that's why that's why you're in this funk that you can't seem to let go, and why you're feeling so angry. I'm getting a lot of anger and like you want revenge, vindictiveness. I'm gonna do one more shuffle here with the Crooked Way Gothic Tarot. Let's see if there's anything that can come out this way. Yeah. Four of Pins, which technically should be a card of rest and rejuvenation, but you don't feel restful. Okay, I get a very good picture of where Sag is and what they went through. What is the advice? What is the advice for them? What is the advice for my Sagittarius tribe for these next 2 to 3 weeks? October. Master of Pentacles. Well, they're wanting you to get out your feelings about this, for sure. They're wanting you to send a message. But once more with the Halloween Tarot. Any other messages for my Sag? Any other messages? Eight of Pumpkins. Get back to work and start over again. You're not going to like that, but that is really, truly the message. They're saying that all is not lost. That this venture that failed, and failed in a big way in your eyes, still has potential. And if you put your nose back to the grindstone and start a new cycle with it, and maybe perhaps get the King of Pentacles involved, because that's your champion. I don't know exactly who that is. I have a feeling it might be a spouse or a partner, but not a business partner, like a familial partner in your life, someone who you have a relationship with, a love relationship with. They are supportive of you. I want to just now see if this last oracle can kind of seal the deal for us, and see if we can get one more message for you, Sag. The magical herb oracle. Protection. Echinacea. Protection. Huh. Keep your intuition sharp, Sag. There may still be some fallout from this, but let's see. It also, I think, is telling you when you start again with this project and relaunch it, You might need to take some measures that you never took before. Perhaps like you didn't have a copyright in place. I'm just throwing out some ideas here. I don't have an exact message on this, but um, a patent, a copyright, something so that someone can't steal your idea, because stealing your idea was definitely a message that came up earlier. So take the necessary precautions. And this card, I'm going to read from the book here because this is, like I said, a new deck for me. There is a need to take a more active role in strengthening your defenses, and moderation may be called for as energy seems to be out of balance. Do not bottle up feelings or thoughts. That was the Page of Pentacles there. As now is the time to voice concerns calmly and with care to ensure future similar issues do not arise in the same way again. You see? They're warning you that and I'm getting a little bit of a chill on that. Yeah, they're warning you that what happened before could happen again if you don't learn from your past mistakes. Patience may also be needed, as is a little self-reflection to work out what it is you really want and to stay true to your purpose and inner truth. Yeah, they want you to take this time period right now to reflect on what happened, to learn from it, and to take the necessary steps to protect yourself the next time around. And they want you to launch it again. They really, I have a feeling that the second time is going to be the success time, and it's going to all work out. But these messages, it's Mercury retrograde, so take the opportunity to revisit, revise, that's always the perfect time to do that. It's never a good time to get into any kind of new contracts or anything like that, but it is a good time to reflect. So they want you to do that. They want acceptance and equality. They want you to work out your position. Maybe you had this brilliant idea and a colleague stole it from you or took credit from it because you didn't go into the situation clarifying, hey, this is my idea. Sometimes we have to put things in writing. We have to create contracts. We have to keep a paper trail in business in order to make sure that everyone's role is identified. I mean, I've always had a habit in business that when I've had a communication with someone, or maybe over the phone or in person, I always send a follow-up email, because it's in writing, saying, here's a recap of our meeting. We discussed blah, 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 blah. And then you lay it all out so that later on down the road, no one can discredit you or go against, and say, oh, that never happened, or I don't ever remember that, or we never discussed that. Okay, so but you live and you learn. You don't go into the world knowing these things. It's only when you sometimes get taken advantage of, or when those mistakes come up, that you are able to learn from them. So don't beat yourself up too much, Sag, please, because we've all been there. But I get your anger. I feel it. But you got to let it go now. You got to let it go, and you got to get smart, and you got to turn your Queen of Swords right side up, because when she's in the right side up position, she is the mistress of concise decision making, and she's a badass. I mean, really, she is like so sharp and so on point and completely focused. When she has her shadow aspect, she is blinded by injustice. She feels the slightedness and anything. She's vindictive, and that's not going to be. You may feel justified in being vindictive or wanting revenge, but that is not going to serve you or the project or this brilliant idea that you have. You need to get back to work, but you need to clear your head. Okay, that's what I've got for you guys. Did it record? Yes. Okay. So this is an important message. Like I told you guys, I did this reading 3 times already. So please, if it resonates with you, I would love to know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the little bell and subscribe, hit like. I'm still a new channel, so it would really help me to get your feedback. I love you guys. Hang in there. Have a wonderful holiday, and I'll talk to you soon.